Hello, Akko here again. Welcome to episode 49 of my Feed the Beast Ultimate Let's Play. Now, what I'm going to do with this episode? One thing I want to mention, while I see that, and that reminds me, Fusion Reactor. GregTech's changed it quite considerably. I believe it's the latest version has got a working new style Fusion Reactor, and from what I can gather, it uses liquid plasma, so it's quite a bit different. So I'm not going to make the old one because it's already out of date, and I don't have the new one because I've not got the updated mod. So unfortunately I'm going to have to pull that off the board there. Oops, pardon me, it's had a big mouthful of beer, it's giving me a bit of wind. Interdimensional storage, we've sorted that out. So all we've really got on the board is the Farmcraft Tower. Now, I've got a bit of an issue that I'm kind of put myself in limbo because I know I'm going to be going to the main server with the other guys as soon as I get 1.5, but there's still no real progression since last time I checked on the 1.5 status. It's about 60% still. So I need to think of more stuff to do because I'm at the point where I've done what I want to do apart from starting to build nice stuff, and there's no point starting to build big nice stuff if it's going to go over in a couple of weeks. I'd rather do that on a server rather than on my own. You know what I mean? So I'm a little bit in limbo. I'll think of something to do. Right. Some changes here. All the Farmcraft stuff's gone. I've left these crystals here just for now because they're just replenishing the aura there. As soon as the aura gets back to full, I'll be getting rid of them. The aura over here, they're both pretty low still, so not ideal. I've only got one bee running the node purify, so it's still not going up though. But they're kind of at an alright place. So I'll see what happens actually if I get rid of them. I'll take them with me to the new place. I moved all the stuff to the new place because the aura is much more stable there. So I thought if I'm crafting stuff for there, I might as well craft it there. So let's go to Thelmia. I see quite a bit of stuff's changed here. I've not done any higher, gone any higher than the walls. I should be concerned with the amount of wisps, but I actually really like it. If you look outside, it's ridiculous. I've got wisps everywhere, and I love it. It's fun. It's like, oh, look at that. What spawn? Oh, that's the bee in there must have spawned that. Spawned a cinder pearl. Excellent. Don't know if there's any more around here. I've got a bee right in the centre of the. Oh yeah, another one there. Look. They're blaze powder plants. I've got a bee in here. I need to sort of my goggles on really. Put my there they are. Put my goggles on. You'll see that my aura node is right in the corner of this apiary. It was kind of in the middle of that chunk. That block, but it's pulled it right down so it's bang on the corner, it seems. That's because I'm running Node Princess and, well, a Node Bee in there. What the Node Bee does is it pulls the node to it and then it starts to grow the node. Now I put this on this afternoon, they were all full, so it does use quite a bit of aura, so I've turned it off for now. I've just turned the power off because I want to make sure I've got enough aura to be able to craft stuff while I'm doing this episode. But it uses quite a bit. I'm probably going to leave it off until they fill back up again. I want to make some more of them as well, capacitors. These are really good. I showed you a little bit yesterday. Get my way, Wisp. I showed you a little bit yesterday. These will all be empty. Yeah, if it had any V's in it, it'd say on there how much it's holding. These are only added the last update that's gone live in a pack, I think. So I guess at some point you'll be able to see what's in them just by looking at them. But for now you have to break them. And they keep what's stored in them and you can see by looking at them. I'm sure that'll get upgraded a bit. You see I've got some stuff in my inventory that we're going to be playing around with. So I have some more of them because, as you see, I've got a lot of crystals around here. And these all had one aura. So I logged off yesterday. When I came back on, the aura was its maximum was 464. And it was at about 530. And these were all full. So I turned this bee on, I put this bee in there, and it's added an extra 20 to the maximum of the node there, so it's like adding one tree really. But it was taking, it emptied these, so it probably takes more vis than using trees, but it's passive. So once I've got, if I leave it say off for tonight, get some more of these in, let it all fill up and then turn it on for a day, it should, I'm going to gradually keep growing the node. I'm just going to see how big it'll grow. Because doing it with trees is alright, but it's a bit fiddly. This is more of a passive way of doing it. I brought all my stuff here. This, like I say, is all going to go upstairs at some point, but I'll just put it here so I've got a working area at the minute. So similar setup there. If you remember, I had the mirror up on the ceiling. It's actually much better on a glass block there because it also stops your foot stepping into the crucible and cooking your toes like I was doing before. So that's a really nice setup. I've just got my work table over here. Anything I want to cook, just throw it in there, and then run over there and wand the crucible, or run over here and craft whatever I want to craft. So as I said, I've crafted some bits, and what I wanted to do was I wanted to have a quick look how this is going to work. So for now, I'm just going to put 2 levitators down there, like so. I have to have a bit of a mess around with this setup here because, well, first of all, because I might have to have that one lower, because I want to hide the wires. Now, I'm going to do what I said I was going to do. I'm going to put an arcane here. I wonder if that works, if that's touching that. That's an arcane here. What that does, that accepts a note and puts out a redstone signal. So if we get a note block and put a button on it, I don't think you don't have to put a button on it there. Alright, you put a button on it and it'll stop it changing the thing there, right? So let me change that. I like that blue one. I'll change that the same. That one. If I press that, see it turns that on. I need to wire it so it actually turns that off for a set amount of time. So how I'm going to do it is, it's a shame we can't micro block these warded stone blocks. I want to do it with a state cell. Now I'm a big fan of state cells. So what will happen is, mate, that'll be right. I'll have to do it below. So that ain't going to do it either because that's not touching. Let's get rid of, let's break that, get rid of that. Let's move this all down one. I was going to do this off camera, but how do I break that? Smash it with my power tool. Yeah, okay. So I need to turn both of these off as well, not just one of them. So it's going to take a little bit of messing around to get it to work right, I think. And I may have to disguise. Now that should actually work just by pressing that. You know, you can't see. Oh, I've not set that back again, have I? Fool. So yeah, that's, you see that turn it off? Not for very long though. I think. I'm not sure. Let's do it a different way. So I can probably add this underneath. I also need to know if it needs to turn both off. Well, let's do it this way for the time being. Oops, wrong place. So I like doing this stuff, like where you put 2 mods together to make something work. I like that kind of thing a lot. Right, let's put that to like the navy blue colour. There it is. Let's set that to 10 seconds. So now, when we press this button, this should be turned off. That worked. Okay. Why ain't that worked? That's not triggering that. Why are you no trigger, pal? Have I got it on the same frequency still? Let's see if it triggers that red wire. No, it didn't. Okay. Is that because I've got that buried? No, that shouldn't make a difference, should it? I don't really get on notebox work sometimes. Sometimes they make this bass sound, which sounds quite cool. But sometimes they make a note noise. And this thing does the same. I think it's if the sides if the sides are covered. Did it make a different noise when it was up above ground? Let's have a look. So I'm probably going to... Yeah, look, different noise. Okay. So depending where the block is. Right. So what, in that case, I think I need this bit buried as well then. Right, back in a minute. I'll sort this out. Rather than you see me mess around doing nothing, I'll get it into a functioning state and then show you what the idea is. Back in a sec. Okay, we're back and I've sorted it out. It's actually pretty straightforward. What I've done is I've put that to the side there. So this makes... that puts out the blue note, so does that, and I've just done it so a pressure plate next to it is what's triggering that. And all I've got down here is I've moved a couple of water stone blocks. For a sec, state cell's there, the state cell just fires the top one, so step on there, you see that. State cell set to 10 seconds, turn the top levitator off for 10 seconds, and stops you flying, so that'll let you come down. So what I need to do now is measure the height that this takes us to. So it looks like 80 or so. And I'm going to put the walls up to the same height, and that's when the floor's going to go. So that's my next job. So I'm going to do a little bit of that off camera, and I shall come back when we're ready to put a bit of floor in, and we'll put this upstairs. We'll start building our next floor, I think. So yeah, okay, back in a sec. Okay, we're back and we're sorted. We're getting there, we're getting there. So I just need to grab some of this light warded stone and jump up there. So I've changed the timing, so I've still got it up on there. You see, we go up and we put a bit of warded glass around here, so it's like, so it puts you up a chute, if you know what I mean. No, let me get a bit of warded glass. Let me do that now. Might as well do that now, eh? Get some of that. So warded glass. What's it be about? Now I've done this before with little gold micro blocks. That was quite cool as well. Looks alright. So I may do it with gold micro blocks. What I've done is, it's not the full height. I could go higher, but it seems to be the right place for the floor. So what I've done is I've put two arcane levitators there as well. And what they do is, if I take off my gear, so I've got no armour on, so if I fell off there I'd just fall and take damage. What the arcane levitators do, when you make them, they're in my book, I'll show you. When you make them, the air shards on the top, the air shards on the bottom. The air pushes you up, the air drops you down. So what that is, the bottom one there, you see, if I run across this, that turns the levitators off downstairs. So you see the green down there. I touch that, that's gone off. I've got that set to 2.5 seconds. Seems to be the right amount of time. So with no armour on, I've just fallen out myself, but having the levitators there, they drop me nice and slow. So let's do that properly. Let's do it reset and do it properly. So that should have reset now. Yeah. So you just run across the pressure plate into the corner, drops you down, then you get off the pressure. You get off that before. See, I hit myself because I jumped off too late. But so that'll send you up. Now I could of course have done this with wireless redstone or even wired, but I just wanted an excuse to use the arcane here, really. So this will be my actual work floor. What I've done with this, I've done the same pattern as downstairs, but I've stepped it in one. So you see downstairs, the bottom is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I've got 2 light grey blocks, 7 across. But up here it's similar, but I'm going to have 2 light grey blocks that are going to be 5 across. So I've set the full tower in by 1. So if you look over here, you see I've got the outer tower there. So I'll just put my gear back on. I'll show you from a bit of distance. So I've not actually built the walls up yet, but maybe I haven't stepped in enough either. I'm going to build this part quite a bit higher, I think, and then step it in a couple more times. So I'll have a nice tall tower and then put a couple of side towers on it as well, I think. I'll keep going up. Don't know if I like the look of it, to be honest, but we'll see when it's finished. You can't really tell at this stage if it'll look alright. I think the black's too dark still. I should have done light. Should have done white and light grey, I think. But we'll see how it goes. So I've got some light grey blocks here. So they're going to be going. Press the F button, just float full. So they'll be going up here like so, and so pretty similar to downstairs, just slightly thinner. And then 2 rows of black. So downstairs we've got 3 rows in each corner. You see the black, white, black. Whereas because this is stepped in one, there's only 2 rows up here. So I'm just going a double row of black up here, like so. And then we want a row of white, so that's going to be 2 there. And now back to the white again. That's right, isn't it? Yeah. Let's see how this looks from over there. Oops. Ooh, a bit quick. So, of course I need to put some windows in as well. I'll sort out where they're going to go later, just get the basic shape first. There we go, so... should be alright, I think. Should look alright once it's a bit taller. It's a bit stumpy at the minute, isn't it? Maybe doing it a bit too wide. We'll see, we'll see. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch that pressure plate for an arcane one. So I'll show you how to make one of them, because you didn't see me make the ones that are on the doors. So I'm going to make one of them real quick. That is, let me just, for now, sting all that back in there. Well, in fact, we finished doing that. I started doing that, and I. So it's a bit of a probably a waste of the arcane glass, to be honest, but kind of bloody jetpack's too fast. It's crazy. Power suit jetpack is awesomely fast, right? So because they've got a nice pattern, it kind of add to the feel of the building as well. So I'm going to have that like that. So you pretty much step on there, you can just push yourself to the sides, it takes you up, like so. I'll show you how that could have took us. Without the 2 arcane levitators there, just break them 2. You see, it takes us quite a little bit further up. About 83 was set on there, 82. Turn my jetpack off, work a bit better. Yeah, about 82. So yeah, they just work it. So I have them top and bottom. Keeps it all tidy. Right. So I can't turn that off. I can left click that. Yeah, so that's cool. That's enough gap there, I think. I'll probably have more library bookcases and stuff around here. I think I'll go one further down. There we go. So that's our chute up to the upper floor. Excellent. I'm going to have to change things down here a bit once I start putting that across. I've got some raft lamps in there. So I'll probably put 4 raft lamps around that ceiling. Right. So next, let's sling that in there. I didn't actually need the button or the red alloy wire at all. Oh, I brought an armour stand. Spare one that I had. I'll be putting some armour and stuff around the place. Maybe not there, but you know. I'm going to put a full set of Falmium armour and a set of the Falmatage's robes, stuff like that. Right. We need 2 of them and 1 of them, and what else is it? I read some earlier so I have to remember it. Arcane pressure plate, 2 of them, 1 of them, and arcane wood block, of course it is. Arcane wood block. So sting them in there. And there, and there. So we've got 4 in Pareto apparently. Where's that then? Sat in there by the look of it, oh yeah. We've got some leftovers in there. Let's get rid of them. So we'll keep the Imperito, but we'll get rid of these 2 green ones. 4 Cognito and 4... Oops, not Imperito, it's Machina that's in there. 4 Imperito, 4 Cognito. So we're looking here, I don't think I've got any Cognito in bottles. I think I used it earlier. I did. We've got an 8 Imperito there, but I might have some down here, let's have a look. Got 4, excellent, that's just what we needed. And okay, we haven't got any Cognito, so let's look for a bit of paper. 2 bits of paper. So sling them in our magic mirror. And that gets us an arcane pressure plate. I'll show you how that works when we put it up there. So arcane pressure plate, that still isn't working perfect, is it? I should have to put some glass there until I get the bookcases or whatever I'm going to put in its place. Right, so we've come up there, got stuck, that's not ideal. So arcane pressure plate works like a normal pressure plate, but if the owner right clicks it, you see there, it'll now trigger on everything apart from me, so now that no longer works for me. It'll trigger on just me, or trigger on everything. So you can set it so if I trigger it to just me and give keys out, you can use the keys from the doors on the arcane pressure plates as well, so you can actually use a key to enable you to use this rather than have to use a door, which is kind of cool. I'm going to have it trigger on everything, and it kind of adds to the same pattern as the rest of the place. There we go, just for fun, a little arcane levitator, arcane ear setup. And I need 1 black, 1 bit of dirt, and 1 bit of purple. Grab them. Just tidy that bit up there. And I'm probably going to go around this tower and add a lot more glass to the walls once I've kind of got the shape sorted. But there we go for now. And what else did I want to show you? I'll show you the recipe real quick for the crystals and stuff like that. Alright, that should work better. Yeah, there we go. Up into the main workshop and then down. Excellent. And what I think I'm going to do is I'll put off, maybe not glass, but I might have doorways off here. So like platforms. So I might have all them solar panels on one platform. Have my portal on another one. Back to the overworld. And I've got some plans for decorating down here as well, just for the fun of it. Right. So these capacitor, that's it. These capacitor blocks. So I'm going to make another one, 2 of them. So I'll make them on camera. They should be pretty quick. So there they are. Just dull shards on an arcane wood block. So I need 16 dull shards. And 2 more arcane wood blocks. In there. So your dull shards, you can get these by doing a lot of magic above somewhere where you're going to quarry later. So if you plan on doing a lot of magic, a lot of Thaumcraft, and you want to get a lot of dull shards, see the way I've quarried underneath my house out, don't quarry out until you've done a lot of magic there, and then quarry it out, you should get a lot of dull shards out of it. Because using the V will suck out the, using magic will suck out the V's out of the shards. These have probably all been one of the different types of coloured shard when the world was loaded. And also, I think the other place to get a lot from is from Wasteland, where a lot of my initial quarrying was, right next to my house. Right, so what do we need for here? Glass, magic, and permutation. That's easy enough. Permutation's eggs. We'll need, you get 4 on each of them. We need 8, 16, and 32. So we need 2 more eggs. Got no more eggs? Got no more eggs. Let's go to the other house. I need to set up a system that sends stuff here as well. Using a Tesseract probably, maybe a little ME network. I need 8 of them. Yep. And I've got some more eggs. I've got eggs in my main ME network. Now, something I've done wrong with the ME network, which I made it awkward for myself, while I remember, is I've got that little ME network downstairs that I've used for the bees. I shouldn't, in hindsight, I shouldn't have separated them. Because now when I want to make fertiliser for this, my wheat and my string is in the network down here. Well, the wheat's there, the string's all getting sent straight into there, into the making of the frames. But my wheat and my string's there, and I've got wood down there as well, but bone mill's up here, so it should all be one network really. If I was doing it again, I wouldn't have a separate network down there, I'd have it all as one. Or I'd at least have a way of sending materials between the two, but I don't think that's really needed. Right, where's it going? Okay, back over there. Back over there. So I'm going to do all the second floor off camera after this episode, and then so next time you should see it will be a finished tower, because I'm going to go quite high up. You should see it a bit more mage tower looking than it currently is, hopefully. Right, so 8 eggs. Oops, I'm flying. I'm still on the table. 8 eggs, 8 ender pearls. Come on, idiot. What are you doing? Throw them in there, fool. Thank you. It says another 2 of them guys. Sends little golems into action, restocking stuff. Oh, well, there and there. So now we can get 600 V's stored in them. And I've got some more crystals from the other place, and I saw. I'll put the crystals up above here. So I'm going to keep building the crystals up so we've got a ridiculous amount of crystals as well. I think, just for fun. There and there. And I'll probably make more crystals. Maybe to go around the edge of here, I don't know. But it's getting there. We're kind of getting a bit of a Thaumcrafty looking place. I still don't know whether to make the upgraded crystal. I probably will do for the node, but I don't know how long it's going to take me to grow the node. Your upgraded crystal, it's 4 of them around the nether star. I could have actually made that then, if not, instead of putting them 4 up. And get some of these totem blocks I've got some of. So I'll see an example of how that works is put your totems like so, and then you place your crystal in between the 4 here, and then you hit it with your wand and that becomes a crystal, and that'd suck the node across to it. So if I was going to place this, if I end up, once I've grown this to the amount I want to get it to, I'll probably bury these under the floor there, have the crystal just under the floor, and then put some of the warded glass over it so you can see the crystal under the floor there. That's how I think I'm going to do it. But they're quite nice decorated blocks as well, especially for a Thaum tower. Look really nice in this texture pack. The faces on, excellent. Right, so I think this is probably going to be a short episode. I say that sometimes, but I have been babbling a bit. I don't know how long it's going to be. But I'm going to call this one there, do a bit more work here, and I'll be back and show it tomorrow. And if you've got any suggestions of anything you want to see me build, say I've not got a lot I need to do at the minute. My materials is all getting processed. I've got enough of everything. If I don't go, there's no point in going for fusion reactor, so there's nothing really major I need to build. Greg Tech wise are out. I'm just building more solar panels as I get the UU matter and the iridium for it. So any suggestions, anything you want to see me build, please ask in a comment and I'll have a go. Because I've got not else to do. So as always, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for any likes, comments, subs and stuff like that. And I hope you join me next time. Cheers. Bye.